Welcome muli sa case digest of our 2025 Bar Chair Justice Lazaro Javier. This is the case of Monteros versus Ombudsman, decided on February 27, 2023. So si Jocelyn Monteros, isa siyang city accountant ng Surigao City. She was charged um, simultaneously with Graft and Corrupt under the Graft and Corrupt Practices Act at saka yung civil service for dishonesty, grave misconduct, and conduct prejudicial to the best interest of the service. These charges stem from her involvement in the signing of a disbursement voucher related to the procurement of overpriced fertilizers under the Department of Agriculture's Farm Inputs and Farm Implements Program. Kasi nag-sign siya ng disbursement voucher for 3 million plus payable to Rosamia Trading na 2,166 boxes ng foliar fertilizer. Apparently, disallow ng COA dahil overpriced daw. Kasi nga, yung sa local price ng foliar fertilizer, 150 lang. Pero yung presyo nila, 1.5 each. So, malamang overpriced. Now, yung task force abono ng ombudsman filed a complaint against Monteros and other city officials, including the mayor. Issues of the case. First, was Monteros guilty of dishonesty, grave misconduct, and conduct prejudicial to the best interest of the service? Second, was Montero's right to the speedy disposition of the case involved or violated due to inordinate delay, or should Monteros be entitled to reinstatement and back pay? Balikan muna natin kung bakit siya guilty ng dishonesty. Sabi dito, si Monteros daw nag-participate. um, ang participation niya involved signing of disbursement voucher in her capacity as an accountant. Kasi yung pagbili ng fertilizer through bidding, pumirma ngayon yung ng DV yung mayor at the same time pumirma din siya. Now, balik tayo. So, yun yung first issue ng case. Doon ang basis ng dishonesty niya. And then, right to speedy disposition of the case. Kasi, 2017 final yung complaint. 2011 final yung complaint, pero 2017 lang niya na-receive yung decision ng ombudsman. And then, in statement of back pay. So, answer to each issue of the case. On guilty of dishonesty and misconduct, the Court of Appeals affirmed the Office of the Ombudsman ruling that Monteros was guilty. Yung CA, inaffirm nila na si Monteros daw ay guilty. However, Monteros argued that she signed the disbursement voucher as part of her routine duties and denied any irregularity in the process. Basically the CA found her guilty of dishonesty. But because Monteros questioned her right to the speedy disposition of the case, Supreme Court ruled that there was inordinate delay in the resolution of Montero's case, which took more than 5 years to resolve, from 2011 to 2017. In fact, dahil sa inordinate delay, yung criminal case nila na graft and corrupt practices, dinismiss yung criminal case. Ito lang yung still ongoing yung administrative case, this dismissal case. So, basically, balikan natin yung rule na pag ang criminal case dinismiss, hindi ibig sabihin na yung administrative case is dismissed pa rin. So, ito 'yon. On reinstatement and back pay naman, again yung violation ng right to speedy disposition of cases, na violate dito yung right ni Monteros. Kaya yung criminal case is dismissed and then dismissed due to inordinate delay, yung administrative case, although papatuloy pa rin siya after ng dismissal ng criminal case, the right to speedy disposition of cases will still be applicable here. Mamaya, i-differentiate natin yung right to speedy disposition and right to speedy trial. So, sa question na whether entitled ba siya to reinstatement and back pay, since Montero's right to speedy resolution was violated, the Supreme Court ordered the dismissal of the administrative case against Hier. So, hindi yung dismissal ng administrative case not based on evidence but based on the violation of the speedy resolution of the case. She was entitled to reinstatement as city accountant along with back pay and other benefits accrued during the period she was wrongfully dismissed. Now, ano yung mga legal doctrines na kailangan nating bantayan dito? Article 3, Section 16 of the 1987 Constitution guarantees the right to a speedy disposition of cases. Yun yung pinanggagalingan ng right to speedy disposition of cases. Tapos, the Republic Act 3019, the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, which Monteros was initially charged criminally under this special penal law, pero na-dismiss dahil sa inordinate delay. Tapos yung Ombudsman's Rules of Procedure and Administrative Order number 7, which set specific periods for resolving administrative cases which the Office of the Ombudsman failed to comply with, leading to inordinate delay. So ito, from old cases inadapt ng Supreme Court, even before this case, Barker versus the Wingo case, which is the balancing test in order to assess whether there is inordinate delay, other factors. So ito, pag-usapan natin, is importante ito. So under this balancing test, it involves 4 criteria. First is length of delay. Second is reason for the delay. Third is the defendant's assertion or non-assertion of his or her right. And fourth is the prejudice to the defendant as a result of the delay. So under these 4 criteria, if yung mga under this test, malalaman or ito yung basis whether it violated the right to speedy disposition of cases. Now, ano bang kaibahan ng right to speedy disposition of cases and right to speedy trial? Sabi ng korte, the right to speedy disposition of cases is different from the right to speedy trial. Kasi yung right to speedy trial may only be invoked in criminal prosecution against courts of law. Right to speedy trial may only be invoked in criminal cases. Pero yung right to speedy disposition of cases may be invoked before any tribunal, whether judicial or quasi-judicial. Yan yung importante sa case na to.